Hey, I thought I'd do a quick overview for Danmaku Unlimited 3. Now, I did play this when it came out, but I got busy with other stuff, so I haven't really gone too far into this. Make sure that you guys can hear me. The music is really good, but it's also really loud. So I haven't played that much. Probably played like an hour or two. Oops. So there's two modes here. They're both pretty difficult. This game's not easy at all. The coolest thing about it is it has a graze mechanic, kind of like Cyveriar. I don't know how many of you have played that. If you play the homebrew game R-Rootage, which is open source, I used to play that game on my PSP a lot when I got out of high school. It's very similar to that. You're rewarded for grazing bullets and you get a pretty crazy super mode for it. So I'll go ahead and I'll show the tutorial here. So in pretty standard fashion for a Danmaku game, you always have visibility of your hitbox, which is nice. Again, standard stuff here. Hold the button down for a beam. Nothing new. So I haven't played this in a while, so this is not going to be like high-level gameplay, but I'm sure you know if you've watched me play shmups in the past, you know I'm not terribly good at them to begin with. So if you want high-level gameplay, I'm actually going to link you to a guy named Pazzy. He does a lot of 1CCs on pretty modern shmups, most of them indies. He has some 1CCs on this. If you want to see high-level gameplay, you can go over there. But I wanted to get this out because this is actually going to be on the Switch pretty soon. Like, so you're getting points in the transmitter for grazing bullets, and you can collect the harmless bullets that you get to raise the bar even more. Alright. So you can unlock weapons, but I don't think I've gotten any of them actually. I'm probably going to play this more on the Switch. I was looking into getting a Switch maybe sometime next year once the Christmas hype dies down. Maybe I'll do some kind of drive to get one. At this point, it feels like I could be like a millionaire and still not be able to get a hold of one of those things. They're so hard to find. Actually, my local pizza place had one in a redemption machine, and I tried to go a couple days ago. I ended up going there, and they didn't have one. Or rather, someone had bought it or won it. So that was kind of a bummer. I had like 20 bucks saved up I was going to use to try and get it. So it's also available on mobile phones. Apparently the controls are pretty good for it. I talked to the developer because I had to get a cheap smartphone last month, and he said that it could barely run on my phones. It's more likely that I will get it on Switch. the bosses have multiple phases. I still can't really count how many phases there are. It would be nice if he added some kind of counter to show you how many phases a boss has. I never really know when to pop my trance mode. I'm sure that just comes with more experience. Start to memorize the patterns. Alright, so that was a deathless run. I got a couple trance gauges there, so that's actually pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and stop there. If you want to see more of this, I'm going to go ahead and link to a guy named Pazzy. He's a really good shmup player. He seems to focus on a lot of smaller shmups, more recent ones, and I'm sure you know most recent shmups are not big ones. Cave doesn't really seem to make a whole lot anymore. They've been focusing on some kind of mobile shmup with like maid mechanics or something. So if you're interested in seeing high-level gameplay of stuff like this, other modern shmups, you can go ahead and go over there. I'll probably play this more when I get a Switch. I don't know when that's going to be. I'd have to figure out how I'd raise the funds for it and how I would even get one in the first place. But this is going to be on there. It is also available on Android. I don't know if it's available on iOS, but it's available on Android. I think it's only like $5 or $10. So you can get it there. I know that Google has some kind of, the developer, he looked at my phone specs and he said that I could barely run it at 60 FPS, but he mentioned that there's some kind of really nice or lenient refund system, so if you want to try it out, your phone is kind of crappy like mine, you can go ahead and try it there. I hear it's a good port. It's not really something I'd take seriously. I think if you want to play this seriously, your options are pretty much the Steam version, which I'm playing now, or the Switch, which is supposed to come by the end of the year, so within the next few months. Anyway, that's it. That's just another video from my week of overviews. I think I have like one or two more I want to do, and then after that I'm probably going to go back to the usual stuff. Catch you guys later. Peace.